Alright guys, I've been getting a ton of emails about training the deaf dog, so I want you guys to understand what you're up against with the deaf dog is really just the absence of the verbal command. Dogs survive by reading body language anyway, so the fact that there's no spoken word isn't really that much of a handicap to them because they're kind of basing things on your body language and all that. Your Achilles heel ends up being the ability to get the dog to look at you, and that's completely resolved with the pager. But you know, and I know there are people that teach them sign language and all that, but you're better off really just to do the same thing you do with the hearing dogs, to condition them for 3 basic behaviors: the come, go, and remain stationary. If it does that, it doesn't need to know 500 sign language symbols or whatever, because that would be too complex and it's going to have limited practical application. Really, if you could just get the dog to come to you, that alone. So I promised you guys I'm going to start working on that deaf dog ebook, but I want you to understand that is why it isn't that big of a handicap. The other problem that you run into is people talk and move their hands around all the time. So just think if it was you were trying to interpret things just by their hand signals. It's better to limit it to the 3 basic behaviors and be able to get the dog to do those rather than have, even 9, 10, 11, complex things that you want the dog to do. If we can just get it to do these 3 basic things. So I'm starting on Domer, and I really actually have my neck set on 0. And we still have to completely figure this thing out. Alright, so we're just going to take him up and back, though, and you can see he's already, watching me, trying to see what I'm getting ready to do. But as long as I can use this collar to get him to do one of those 3 behaviors, then that's really all I need. I don't need a bunch of complex different things. And there's going to be different commands that fall under that, but that's going to be the easiest for the handler and the dog to understand. So, alright, let's just get him this way. Alright guys, more updates soon.